Press release of World Spiritual Assembly New York, USA. Press release dated November 7, 2020. Press release titled, "Congratulations on your victory for the historic 2020 presidential election. You must be careful and take precautions against controversial Democrat Hillary Clinton and her gangsters. You must not encourage her in any of your cabinet positions or any important executive positions. Dear Mr. Joe Biden, President-elect as 46th U.S. President. We the spiritual leaders of the world contributed tremendously for your win on the 2020 presidential election to successfully overcome from the greatest danger, hypocrite, gambler, immoral and womanizer Donald J. Trump. We are concerned about your safety, security and your maintainable personality for the people of United States of America as well as for the concerned world inhabitants. We are praying for your good health to successfully administer the United States of America's presidency. The citizens of United States of America anonymously elected you to overcome the victory on the historic 2020 presidential election. We also appreciate your election commitment. We are also congratulating your distinguished Vice President-elect Kamala Harris. We are still afraid about Hillary Clinton and her gangsters. She is the greatest danger for U.S. citizens, world-concerned inhabitants as well as for the mankind. This is a spiritual urge to you. You must give full attention to our spiritual advice. You must be careful from the hands of Hillary Clinton. Please note that Hillary had not contributed anything significant towards your election campaign. You are also advised to take extreme measures against Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, so-called Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, the hypocrite bastard Mohammed bin Salman, and Crown Prince Mohammed bin Zayed of UAE, along with the Hindu fundamentalist Prime Minister of India Narendra Modi as well as President of France Emmanuel Macron. The above-mentioned hypocrite leaders are danger to you, your administration and the mankind. You must pay special attention against a dangerous Indian raw agent Bangladeshi Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, her illegal fascist government as well as her gangsters. They have destroyed the backbone of Bangladesh and holding 160 million citizens of Bangladesh in complete hostage. You must take appropriate actions to remove Sheikh Hasina's illegal government influenced by Indian Raw. She along with her gangsters have occupied Bangladesh illegally by the active cooperation from Indian Raw and killed thousands of innocent peoples consisting of armed forces, journalists, politicians as well general populations, those who dares to speak against her fascist government. Most recently, on October 27, 2020, a bipartisan letter from minority senators group of Committee on Foreign Relations consisting of joining ranking member Bob Menendez and Senator Todd Young along with Ben Cardin, Cory Gardner, Jeanne Shaheen, Marco Rubio, Chris Murphy, Chris Coons, Jeff Merkley and Cory Booker had addressed with the special recommendation to the Secretary of State and Secretary Treasury of U.S. Department to immediately curb down Sheikh Hasina's illegal activities by imposing sanctions under the Global Magnitsky Human Rights Accountability Act and Section 7031C of the FY 2020 Further Consolidated Appropriations Act. You must also take precautions against Hillary's close associate so-called Nobel laureate Dr. Muhammad Yunus. It is reported to me by bona fide Bangladeshi U.S. citizen Rafiq Ahmed and my associate Ghulam Rabbani. Also, I am aware that, in the 1971 liberation movement of Bangladesh after the independence from West Pakistan, a newborn country Bangladesh was in dire need of recognition, which was contested by the greatest hypocrite of mankind Henry Kissinger at the U.S. Senate and United Nations. As I recall history, you were the young senator from Delaware with Senator late dead Kennedy strongly fought to support the Bangladesh's recognition. The people of Bangladesh will always remember you and late dead Kennedy for that remarkable contribution, which was also experienced during this historic 2020 presidential election by the active support from many Bangladeshi U.S. citizens. You must also give your attention to Rohingyas of Myanmar that are living as refugees in Bangladesh. You are not just the leader of United States of America, but the concerned leader of the prosperous peaceful world and its inhabitants. Finally, you must immediately remove the embargo against the World Health Organization which was put in place by hypocrite Donald Trump. You must rejoin Paris Agreement for UN Climate Change Initiative and rejoin the JCPOA, the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, with Iran. Also, most importantly, you must support the victims of Palestine and support their rightful geographical territories. If you follow our advice and guidelines, we assure you the continuous support from the Confederation of World Spiritual Assemblies spiritual leaders around the world. We the spiritual leaders are continuously praying for your good health and strong aptitude to control and lead the new government administration as Commander-in-Chief of United States of America. God bless you, God bless America, and God bless the innocent victims of the world. Signed and sealed by His Eminency Dr. Hazrat Sheikh Shah Sufi Muhammad Nurul Alam. 43rd, direct descendant from the Prophet of Islam, Hazrat Muhammad S.M., PBUH. President, World Spiritual Assembly New York, USA. CC2, Honorable U.S. Vice President-elect, Kamala Harris. Reference official documents. 1. U.S. Senate's bipartisan letter. 2. WHRSC's letter to U.S. Secretary of State and Treasury, also Chairman of Committee on Foreign Relations. 3. Chairperson Legal Affairs of WHRSC Human Rights Report of Bangladesh.